Hello and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, where last time, after 5 or were it 6 long grueling years, we finally finished Razor Rocks. Well, they weren't really grueling, but yeah, it took us a while, and it's quite funny how, well, when I was looking back at the park, last video, I thought that it was the ugliest park created. But in reality, and even though we're like a good 50 videos in the series, it was followed, or it was preceded by the most beautiful park we ever created. Funny, huh? How things can contrast like that, and that all in the span of 2 parks. 2 long parks, I might add. And if I were to give up the reason as to why it ended up so ugly, well, I really think that my coaster building desires, to try and push the limits and look for the boundaries and do a little step, across them, over them, and see what happens. I think that is what kind of, well, drove me to build extremer and extremer coasters and see what would happen, and I had great fun doing so, and learned a lot actually about new coaster types and track designs and what works and what not, but yeah, the looks of the park might have suffered greatly from that, but ah well, it has happened. It is time that we focus on the next park in the Loopy landscapes. Expansion. Park number 5. Oh man, if this is like a mark for how long the series is gonna be, I don't know, it might even run in the thousands. I wouldn't mind, and I'm not particularly bothered. We are gonna start at the crater lake. Let me guess, it's a lake in a crater. Wow, in terms of naming your park, it could have been a lot more creative. In any case, let's see if that is actually the case, Are we in a lake, in a crater? And we are. Yep, we are most definitely. Oh, but look at this though. We have one of our, well, old and well-known objective types. We need to get X amount of guests in X amount of years, and well, we have a lake in a crater. I mean, this is what we have got to work with. Wow. No trees, no scenery, mind you. The only scenery that we can build is... No, those are rides. Wait, what are we supposed to do with spooky and mine theming? Now, the only scenery that we can really build on the terrain is this. So, yeah, now, if you'll excuse me for a moment. Alright, yeah, I had to clear my throat, and also I'm a bit sniffly and snarvy. I might be lunging onto a cold, so there you have it. In any case, we know what we got to work with in terms of terrain. Let's see what the devs have given us when it comes to rides and whatnot. And excuse me again, I just had a sudden attack of yawning. This isn't really, I don't know, maybe I'm not in good shape to start recording, but that ain't gonna deter me from doing so. I want to play this new park. The water rides are very important, and they are plentiful. We've started out with less, quite often. In fact, we've started out with none, plenty of times, so we're dealt a royal hand here. We even got this, I don't know what to say about this, right? Well, it deserves a proper retry after we just smacked it in the desert to see what it was. I think we should try something proper with it this time. We also have 2 thrill rides, nothing special. Oh, we only have 2 coasters. Now, this is, I don't know really, I don't build it that often because I don't deem it that good. It's also not great in the ratings, and, well, it isn't really that expensive, but it also isn't that great when it comes to guest throughput, so all in all, very mediocre coaster. So coasters we're not dealt a royal hand with either. Nor are we dealt a royal hand over here. I mean, this ain't that great either. Wow. And this is, I don't know really. I mean, I don't think that we will be needing that ride. Though, then again, we have a ginormous amount of space. Wow. Just look at how big this park is. This is crazy. I'm sure we could fill it up a good way, but this is crazy. Now, when it comes to researching, we don't need to research. We're gonna research everything on maximum funding, and this is odd. But once again, we cannot research ride improvements. And my only take that I can think on this is that every ride comes with every upgrade available on the market. At least that's how I hope that it will pan out. Now, what we need to do is set our research, and I'm doubting, like, we need coasters and we need thrill rides, so I guess we're gonna do both and see whichever we get first and then choose the other, you know, afterwards. So yeah, it's a bit of a interesting strategy here. Now, we got that sorted. One thing that I did forgot to take a look at was, do we have... No, actually, this ain't bad. I mean, we have souvenirs, we have drinks, we have 2 food stalls, we have the info thingy. Over here we're sorted. Basically, for the coming 3 years, we do not need to bother ourselves with researching anything over here. So, in that regard, we're good. Nice! Well, having said all that, I do want to know how much the bank thinks I'm credible for. 22,000? That's an odd number, but fine, you know, I expected 20, so that's 2 bonus, I guess. Good for us. Now, another thing that I want to know, yeah, this is free. In fact, we cannot even change this from being free. So, good. Well, that's what I want. We'll open it. Another very, very important thing, and something that I pray isn't true. But if this were to be a crater, you know, it would be likely that the crater would extend deep down. However, there's also islands, but that doesn't say everything. Doesn't tell the whole story. Oh man, are we blessed? Oh, thank the Lord. Really, everything is... Oh, wait. Oh, no underground. That's interesting. I didn't... Okay. Well, I was about to say, like, you know, it's only 1 deep. That is most fortunate. But the fact that we cannot go underground really means that the water is the water. There isn't, you know, any raising the land and going below it. Everything we do needs to be built above the water. Well, that's interesting to say the least. Yeah, okay, so strategy then. Now, we've learned one thing, and that is that making a square around in the center and then have things fork off like that is not a good layout when it comes to logistics. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make like a square over here, and we'll probably have another square over here. And we'll probably have another square over there and another one over here, with this one being the centerpiece. Why? Well, I mean, that's just how the terrain is, so that's what we're gonna do. Now, we need to get started as well. Do we have any staff lurking about? None to be found here. Fine. We will hire ourselves the very first handy dude who is on free range duty, as he will be the emergency dude I will always grab when something is amiss. We will hire 1 mechanic and we'll leave it at that. Now we need 1,300 guests it was, right? In 3 years, wasn't it? Where's the goals there? Yeah, that should totally be doable. So let us get started by supplying this park with some much needed facilities, right? We need some trash cans there. Nice. We will also get some oh, no. We will also get some shops and stalls going over here because we are gonna need them. Now, I have no idea what the weather will be over here. I mean, last park we had was a arid desert, so hopefully this park will have at least the same weather. I mean, in terms of the terrain, it's more or less the same, right? Everything's flat. That was also very much the case with Razor Rocks. So now let's up this to 10 bucks. I don't know how rich or poor our guests are, and once we got like a good bunch of them in the park, we'll have to do a survey. But for now we're just gonna leave it as this. We're gonna have black umbrellas. And well, that's that done. We'll then add a toilet, which we will add over there. Of course, you know, as pretty much all the toilets in our park, they are not free. And, well, I say all the toilets in our parks. I also meant with that our previous parks, of course. Yeah, derp. So, then we have these. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I believe that, yeah, if you place things on the water, they will just be on the water's level. So, that's something to consider. Regardless, we will place you over there. Yes, and then we will place you, a burger bar, best food in the world, over there. And let me see. I think, yeah, what we'll also do is, just so that we have it, we will place you over there. And we're gonna have white cowboy hats. Yes, bright white, just like that. Good. Well, I did open all of them up, right? So, here we are. Already lighter 1300 euro bucks, and all we got is shops and stalls and stuff. Yeah, not the greatest. So to start out, now this is, you know, we need like, we need a thrill ride, we need a gentle ride, and perhaps also a cheap water ride, like a boat hire. I mean, I think it would be perfect if we were to have a boat hire over here. You know, just a station, and then lead up here as a first ride, so guests could row around till they're tired, and then rest on one of our benches with a hat to keep their heads cool. Yeah, maybe not, I don't know. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of rowing, as is well known. But maybe the guests are. Who knows? Right, so, oh, by the way, I don't think we need this much. Oh, yeah, nice. Look, at least for the rowing attraction, it is true that, oh, I clicked pause, game. At least for the rowing attraction, it is true that it now comes pre-upgraded everything. So I think my assumption, you know, when we were looking at the research egghead choice menu, oh man, it almost sounds like a McDrive, you know. I want a number 67 and the French fries with sauce and whatnot. No, but anyway, when we were looking at their drive-through research menu, you know, I think my assumption was right, that everything is pre-researched when it comes to ride upgrades. How about we go with Swan pedal boats? 4 passengers per boat as well. Now, we had 12 capacity, and I want to see... Oh, so now we have 9? Really? How much do we have right now? 11? Okay, so I guess I really do need the max station length for the max amount of boat capacity. That's interesting, to say the least. Now, we will, we're gonna stick with the concrete style of, you know, the the pre-laid out path that we have over here. So there, we're also gonna stick with the black tarmac. There, like this. Look at this. Now, this boat hire, of course, I mean, this ain't magic, so we're just gonna charge $5, and perhaps we can charge more later on, but for now, this will be our primary attraction. Now, I hope it doesn't break down. Now, we can't change that. And, yeah, here it is, our first ride. Now, as it happens, we have a few guests in the park, so let's check them out, right? Guest 1 is not happy and had $50 in his pocket when he entered. Guest 6 has 80, and I think it's fairly safe to assume that that is the spread that we're gonna see. Another 80, another 80. Right. Whoa, there's a bunch of them here. 70. 70. Yeah, I think my assumption was pretty balls on the money. And what do we have here? Another 70. Right. Okay, so guest number 2. I know you're not guest number 1, but guest number 1 is unhappy, so therefore he cannot be damaged, because damage is a happy me. I mean, man, I'm playing a new park, man. I'm excited. Now, we need to name and shame this boat hire, of course. Why don't we start with the main color scheme? And... well, this color is for the rails. I don't think it makes any difference. We might as well leave it black. This is for the fence, though. And how about, we make this blue? It's for the fans, those who are adorant of rowing. We could also make... No. What we're gonna do though is different colors per boat, and then we're gonna go to boat 7, and we're gonna make that black. How cool is that? Just one black swan in it, I think that's pretty cool. We're gonna call this the black goose. Instead of a swan, it's a goose. It's a wannabe swan, the smaller version. Yeah, and actually, I mean, I can now see why we need the full length over here. I mean, wow. Now, we know that our guests aren't the richest. We've seen an 80 when it comes to, the money that they have in their pocket, but that's the upper limit. So we are gonna lower this to, let's say, $5, which still means a $3 profit, but that's less impacting. Say that, a dude who only has $50 in his pocket has to buy an umbrella. That's like 1/5 of his budget just gone. And I don't want that. I want them to spend that on our rides. Because we need them to stay in the park long, and we need them, well, we need 1,300 of them, so. Now, when it comes to the next ride, we need to... I think we're gonna place down a quick slam down ride, perhaps 2 of them. So what we'll do is, oh crap, wrong button. We're gonna extend the infrastructure a little bit. Now there's 2 ways we can go about this. Or we just go straight, like this. Or we go sideways. To be honest, the straight approach till over here and then branch out, I think that appeals most to me. So that's what we're gonna do. And you know what, we're just gonna follow the terrain. Just do something peculiar there. Look. And, it just doesn't align. Fine, whatever. Not really my concern. Now, with this, well, first of all, we need another handy dude who is going to keep this whole new stretch clean. And you'll probably have more to do than, well, your, I guess, chief, your senior member. Only senior by 10 days, but still a senior. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot more work to do, because we are going to place a ship on the water. Yeah, what a surprise, right? Let's see. We are gonna place this ship right over here. It's gonna be close towards the land. Entrance there, exit there. Yes. Now, wait, hold on a second. Do we... Yeah, we do. Alright. We are gonna have music in a moment, folks. So, we're not gonna put music on any one of these rides. I was considering that for a moment, till I saw that we had our blessed merry-go-round. Oh man, the merry-go-round's music is just so iconic for this game. Now, come on, come on, $5, $5. Hey, come on now. Right, there we go. Good, 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 good. Everything is nice. All that we need to do right now is just hook it up, which we will do. Look at this. There's no real need for us to go ultra compact mode either. I mean, we have so much space. If we use it wisely, we are gonna have to build a lot, but if we use it wisely, I mean, we'll have more space and then we'll even need to finish this whole park in time. So, yeah, I'm not particularly worried about anything. We are gonna go with the mine theming over here. I mean, we might as well. We have it, you know, so... By the way, does that mean that I can change this to a log cabin? I don't want that over there, but, you know, just wanted to see. We could also apply this over here. Well, alright, that doesn't look so shabby, to be honest, so we'll stick to it. Now, as far as coloring goes then. Nah, I don't want it to be orange. Why don't we go with a blue? Or the other way around. A black and then a blue. Perhaps a little bit more greener blue, more watercolored blue, turquoise, or whatever the color is called. And as far as the boat itself goes, we might as well go with something funky, like this. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have any particular theming in mind or so for this park, other than it being, well, watery. So how about we call this the Nautilus? Where? I believe that is even from a famous novel, you know, that some ancient dude wrote about, I think it was called like 10,000 feet below the surface or something like it. And he was going below the surface in a ship like that. Now, we have this. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, that we open up this spinning music box, also known as the merry-go-round. There. We now have it live. We'll place this like so. And we will quickly have to tune this. First of all, the pricing. Very important. But... even so important is the settings, which need to be cranked out to the max. There is no compromise on this, not ever. So we'll open this up, and when we unpause the game, lovely tunes will fill our ears. Oh. Oh man. Such a classic, you know, and still good after all these times that we've heard it. At least in my humble opinion, guys. Now, place you over there. Right, okay, and that's that sorted. Almost, however. Because there is, of course, still a small thing to do when it comes to stylizing. And, well, you know, I think we're also going to go with a plain... I don't know really, the log cabin thing, it isn't really working out for me. So, you know what, here as well, we're just gonna go back to plain. I mean, I like it a lot more. Here on the water, you know, things aren't really that predestined, pre-themed or anything. So, we might as well just stick with the regular things we know. Speaking about regular things, we'll go with red and we'll go with, not blue. Black, perhaps. Yeah, black works just fine. And we will call this the The dancing seahorse. What a surprise! How original! I know. Oh man, I'm terrible at this. Maybe I've come up with too many names, you know, all in all. I mean, I've built so many rides by now, and I tried to name each and every one of them uniquely. Maybe, you know, well, you know, my inspiration has run dry. Well, that would be kind of worrying if it had, but, you know, who knows? Now, eggheads. Alright, you're gonna come up with a thrill ride. We don't know what it is. The next thing will be a roller coaster. So, let me see here. The roller coaster. We only got 6,000, and it's gonna be a real tough choice. Are we gonna do the wooden coaster? I mean, the mine train coaster is just the same as the wooden, only more expensive, and it can go less high. Or are we gonna go with this one? To be honest, you know, if we want financial safety in the near future, we're gonna have to do this one. And seeing how financial safety in the near and distant future are kind of very important, we are gonna go with a wooden roller coaster in a moment. What we do need to do as well, you know, and I almost forgot, is scenerize some stuff over here, because these rides, I feel, will greatly benefit from it. There. I don't really know. I mean, personally, I don't think I would like it that much, you know, if rowing boats that I would have to enter were constantly being sprayed full of cold water from a crater lake, and then I'd have to sit in it. But hey, who am I to judge, right? I mean, I wouldn't like it, but maybe our pixel guests do. Now that we have this, by the way, what are the ratings on it? Yeah, just about what you'd expect. The fact that it's medium is actually rather good, to be honest. Yeah, so the coaster. Question is, where are we gonna build it? I'm tempted to extend the path a little bit over here and build something compact over here in this corner, which in my eyes would fit very nicely as the place for our first coaster. So, we could do that. Let's extend the path, shall we? We'll zoom in, back to over here. Let's extend the path, and we will just follow the water surface. I won't extend it too far just yet. Just enough so that we have room to build our coaster, hook it up, you know, lay out the infrastructure and facilities and all that. So, there we go. Also, you know what we're gonna do in this one? We're gonna place light posts. We haven't done so in many of our parks. This one's gonna be different. We're gonna have light posts. By the way, if you heard something, that's thunder crackling. There's a thunderstorm going on outside. Oh man. In any case, yeah, we got light posts. The coaster, huh? It is a bit of a thing. Well, hold on. I mean, I'm making new path area over here, but I completely forget the basics. We also need somebody to keep this clean. There we go. Now. Oh wait, and by the way, I might have forgotten that you are also supposed to keep that clean. Yes, this is actually, I mean, yeah, this whole park, we're kind of like given, again, not a blank canvas, not a yellow one, but instead we got a blue canvas. We can do whatever we want. However, the downside to this blue canvas is that assigning stuff to places is gonna be dreadful at the best. Just because of, you know, the whole, how it works with the zoning. However, I should not forget that these are important. Now, when it comes to the coaster, we kind of need to figure out how we're gonna build it. Is it gonna have the station like this? Or is it gonna have the station like this? I think this would be the best option, really. And then do some shenanigans. It can't be too expensive. I wouldn't mind taking out some loan for it, but definitely not go towards the 22,000 all in one go. So yeah, this is where we're gonna build it, but we are gonna do so next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.